morning, Azeroth. Broadcasting live from the trade district of Stormwind.
Hey, who rerouted arcane relay through the coffee pot again?
Coffee's done.
Hang on. I think we got it.
This is Azeroth Morning Radio. Warcraft for the rest of us.
All right, good morning, everybody. This is Azeroth Morning Radio.
Ishnu Allah.
Don't know what that means, but I put it in there anyway. This is episode number 8. It's Warcraft for the rest of us, the 9-to-5ers, those of us working the weekends, parents, all the fun things. We're your hosts. My name's Jibbs, and I'm joined by Dunmorough's 2008 mayor. His name is Kash.
Hey there.
I don't know how you passed for mayor. You're like 6'8" and just
Close.
Just a skinny little fella.
Thanks for bumping me up a few inches, but no,
You're
not 6'8". I am 6'3", but I did win. This is actually a true one. This is true. I did win a prize for being the tallest Yoda at a Star Wars cosplay event. 6'3" Yoda, and my daughter at the time she was little, but she was Vader. She was like a 3.5 foot tall Vader.
That's so funny.
And I was a 6'3" Yoda.
I feel like it should have been backwards.
I feel like that was kind of the point of it, was to make people laugh, and it worked. And actually, oh my gosh, dude, I totally almost forgot this. I also was a 6'3" Frodo. When we went, actually, no, it wasn't Frodo. It was the Hobbit.
Yeah.
When we went to Dragon Con all those years ago.
Yeah, looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
Oh, wow. That brings back memories.
Yeah.
I remember seeing all those pics from that. Jeez, dude, that was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, that was Kash doesn't cosplay, people. Okay, I don't cosplay. Every once in a while, I get like this massive lightning strike of nerdism, and I'll do something funny like that. So, yeah.
You say that, but you have a bow and a quiver behind you, and I know you have a legit ranger costume.
Why are you outing people?
Well, don't lie. I can see your bow.
Okay, so maybe I do. That's for the Ren Fair, though.
Oh, that is fun. I love when you guys do the Ren Fair.
Am I a cosplayer, bro?
No, you're a closet nerd. It's like you're afraid to step out of the closet. You want me to pull you out?
Although I was like, I was seriously darting across the Ren Fair in my ranger costume.
Yeah.
And feel like I had the full freaking ranger mustache, and like that was real. Everything was like, look, man, that cosplay was on point. And people were like, fine ranger, sir. And I'd look at them like with my eyes like agape, and my mouth agape and my eyes wide. And I would say, shh, there's goblins afoot. And I'd race off, and they'd just start laughing. And really, like, I was on my way to get another beer, but oh my God, I'd be like, there's goblins afoot, and just run.
Oh, I love it. That is
I was
awesome.
a full character.
That is awesome. Well, how was your weekend gaming? How was WoW for you this past week?
Buddy, I was back in WoW with full force this week. It was good. I've put in some really good days. I'm still trying to finish up Lemix, and it's hard. Like, I've done, for the most part, like, I'm just cleaning up quests now. Like, I've done so much, but I keep getting sucked back into mythics. I keep getting sucked back into raiding. I just want to, and at this point, my whole goal is to just finish off as many transmog sets as I can possibly get. Like, I want to collect them all. So I got most of those, at least the ones that are released before the next patch for Remix comes out. And then now I'm working on mounts. Even though there's a bunch of mounts that I don't really want, but it's just a collector's thing. I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to beef it up to get closer to that 500. I don't have 500 mounts yet.
Yeah, did you see that new 600 mount reward they've got coming?
Yeah.
It's pretty sick.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. And, you know, like, I am kind of a collector. I'm more of an achievement hunter, But at this point, it's just like, well, Remix is here. It's out. I'm at 740. I'm freaking just one-shotting everything. And it's still fun, but I really do miss my retail character. So I hopped back into retail actually just this morning. I was old man up at 4 a.m. this morning, so I made a cup of coffee and I just got back on my retail character. And now I'm starting to go through the weekly stuff. And it's funny because I was going through the weekly stuff literally like by the time we recorded this show, like a few hours before reset happens anyway. So I'm like, well, I might as well finish off time walking and a few other things. But yeah, when I log back in later, I'm logging into retail. So I got to force myself, at least until Argus comes out. And then once that's out, then I'll do that storyline and then play Remix a little bit and then back to my retail character. I miss Mythics. I think I'm going to feel like I don't know how to heal Mythics anymore. So I'm a little paranoid about it.
Yeah, I can see that. That's the beauty and possibly the curse with Remix is that like you get so accustomed to just literally flying through everything because it's, you know, everyone's so like dialed up with their power levels and everything, and then you go back to retail and you're like, oh wait, I got to be tactical here.
I know, like I got to slow down. I should not be in cat form the entire time. Like, oh, this guy needs a heal. I should probably do that for him before I get yelled at.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, man, it's been a fun week. I've definitely been transmog hunting. I went and did some. I too was up early this morning, right before reset. And by the way, we are recording a little bit earlier this week, folks. So if there is any like major news, we'll cover it the following episode, promise. But yeah, so I was up early doing LFRs specifically for the some transmog for the class, and so I was doing that. I went back and did Warlords of Draenor raids for Mog, and I was trying to hunt down the ever elusive Vestment of the Tide Sages. For those of you who don't know what that is, it only drops on Mythic from what is the dungeon? Shrine of the Storm from Battle for Azeroth. And I think the drop chance is like 0.01, I think, maybe 0.05. And so I started farming that, and that'll be a weekly thing for me.
So I have a question. Isn't that a cloth piece?
I might have mucked this one up a wee bit.
So anyway, this week on the show, we
No. Nope. People are going to get to know us, and this is all part of it, Jibbs.
Yeah.
But why? I'm wondering because it slips my mind.
Oh, does it?
Maybe
Looks
you
like
could tell us the story.
Yeah.
Why are you trying to get cloth pieces for transmog?
Oh, I'm a collector.
What happened to the mail?
Oh, well,
for your chamois?
You know, I'm just getting everything. You know, just felt like the right thing to do.
Oh, you are so full of a giant metric ton of freaking.
Yeah, what?
Dumb.
I was gonna say, watching you try to censor yourself is like.
Because I typically don't censor myself very well.
It's like your body's refusing it.
So Jibbs is playing a warlock this week.
I love it. Yeah, no, I went back to cloth. I wanted to play cloth originally. It's the truth. I think this. I'm not even going to say that because I was listening to the previous episode again. I like to actively listen to our episodes when they come out because I'm constantly critiquing and edit, and so I'm seeing where I can, where we can do better. And I heard myself say, "Yeah, I think I might have found my main for midnight," and I'm like, "Okay, we're just not going to say that on the air anymore."
I love it though. I love it. I think for some comedic relief, like not that we need any comedic relief, because you and I in a room just flicking each other in the nuts
Pretty
is
much.
Comedic relief enough, I think. I mean, it's entertaining for me to listen to us do it. So hopefully the people like it. But I like telling these stories, and it's not, I mean, it's partly me uncovering your issues with characters.
Oh my gosh, really?
It's not uncommon for people to bounce from character to character. So it's okay.
Honestly, what it is, it's a problem I was thinking the other day. I'm like, you have a good game when you like every class. And aside from Evoker, that's the one I have zero desire to ever play. No offense to anyone who does play that, but it just does not resonate with me at all. And so I think that's the only one. But outside of that, I mean, they're all great classes. Hunter, great. Paladin, hello. Druid, so many forms, so many things to collect. You are a farming machine with that thing. I mean, you know, it goes on and on and on. Mage, oh, beautiful. I mean, so yeah, priest. They're all great. They're all great. And so,
good problem to have.
Yeah, good problem to have. But anyway, folks, thanks so much for tuning in, hanging out with us, push and play. We really do appreciate all of you, every single one of you. It's always exciting. Every single Tuesday when the episode drops, watching your responses, seeing your comments, and we can't thank you enough for your support and for constantly tuning in. So this week on the show, we're talking housing in a big, big way. Blizzcon, we got a fun little announcement there for you. And S.N.A.R.K gets snarky and a whole lot more. So we'll be right back after this commercial break.
Citizens, it's election season in Undermine City, and you've got a choice. A choice between business as usual and business that actually pays you.
Grizzit Gear Grind's the name, and making Undermine rich again is the game. You've seen what those other so-called leaders do. Higher taxes on explosives, more regulation on environmentally questionable mining, and don't even get me started on the ethical trading standards. Under a Gear Grind administration, we'll cut the red tape. And the safety tape, too. You want jobs? I'll hire every goblin with 2 hands and at least 1 eye left. You want security? I'll build a wall of gold coins around Undermine and make the trolls pay for it.
Okay.
Now my opponents, those slime-licking, deal-breaking, non-explosive enthusiast types.
Yeah, very funny.
They say I'm corrupt. But let me tell you something, friends. Corruption is just another word for efficiency with incentives.
Glad I could help.
Vote Grizzit Gear Grind for mayor of Undermine City. Because in Grizzit's Undermine, the only thing that trickles down is gold.
And don't forget, every voter gets a free stick of dynamite.
Available only with the purchase of a campaign ad. Paid for by the Committee of Totally Legitimate Business Ventures, LLC.
This is Buddy Wackett, and when I'm not selling ketchup popsicles to women in white gloves, I'm listening to Azeroth Morning Radio.
All right, everybody, welcome back. I think it's I think we jump right in the hero's call. Let's get that going.
Hero's Call.
Friends and adventurers, it is November. And if you know, the month of November, actually right after Halloween, it's usually the weekend after Halloween every year, is Extra Life weekend. And here on the Heroes Call board, we always like to talk about new and amazing things that people are doing out there in the community. In this episode, we thought it would be very appropriate to showcase something that's very near and dear to our heart. And we know that the World of Warcraft community does. Lots of people do this, and they do it throughout gaming. It's not just World of Warcraft, but this is some pretty amazing stuff that people do in gaming in general. If you don't know what Extra Life is, it is a fundraising initiative that is run by the Children's Miracle Network Hospitals, or CMN Hospitals. And basically what it is, it's the gaming community raising money for children's hospitals in the US and Canada. I believe in Puerto Rico now too. I think they've added a couple of children's hospitals in Puerto Rico, which is fantastic. So here's the concept of Extra Life. And this is something that is, again, very near and dear to our hearts because we've taken part in this for many, many years now. Over a decade, we've been doing Extra Life. The concept is this. As a gamer, you register. You pick a local children's hospital. It could be local. It could be one all the way across the United States. Maybe you lived in New York at one time and a children's hospital in New York, helped your nephew or helped you. Whatever children's hospital that's in this network, you can choose to support. And basically what you do is you're playing games and raising funds from your family, friends, the gaming community at large. And it's kind of like a marathon. Like a lot of people will do, it started as a 24-hour marathon, but I think as the age of gamers started to grow a little bit. Yes, I'm talking about myself. People are like, I ain't doing 24 hours. Like I've done 24-hour marathons quite a few times, and they can be brutal. So you can break it up however you want, but the goal is to play 24 hours total and fundraise. You don't have to stream it. We typically would. And we've actually had over the years, we've had some really impressive fundraising efforts happen because of this. I believe one year we actually got sponsored by a company and ended up raising over 30 grand for, it was a company that was making a digital board game. So kind of like Hearthstone type thing, but they sponsored us and we ended up with over $30,000 in funds.
That's awesome.
And my cat is losing his mind.
I hear that
outside my door.
I hear that. I got you.
Shh, I'll be right back.
Yeah, Extra Life is very, very important to Kash and I. It's something that we typically would do every year. Now, this year we're not. However, someone did send us a message, an email actually, and asked, was that something we do or we will be doing it? Answer, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. In a big, big way.
Yeah. This year, I will say this. This year, embarrassingly enough, we had so many things going on that this like flashed right by us. And as you know, we've been talking about our Twitch page or Twitch channel for a little while. That is going to be a thing. But as of right now, we're not like fully set up for it yet or ready. It's going to be, again, it's like a stretch goal for us, but we will be on there and I don't know, maybe we'll do like a freaking raid-a-thon or something for Extra Life next year. But we're definitely going to be taking part in Extra Life again. We'll probably be forming a team for it, which will be fun. But I wanted to get into a few of the key facts about Extra Life and what makes it so awesome. So it's been going on since 2008. Extra Life has been a thing. And they have to date raised over $130 million as of 2025, which is, it's nuts. I remember when they passed 100 million. I remember when they passed 30 million and it was an awesome thing, but $130 million from gamers and people that they know and gaming companies and stuff like that. People that are trying to make an impact on these children's hospitals. So where do your funds go? This one, I have very innate knowledge of this, and I'll tell you why here in a second. But the funds go to CMN hospitals, and the hospitals will decide how to use the funds. And the funds are typically used in equipment, research, child life services, etc. The reason that I have such innate knowledge of this is because for quite a while, I ran a local chapter here in Orange County, California, and we benefited Children's Hospital of Orange County. And I did several events at the hospital itself. They have a full recording studio in there, and we were given access to the recording studio in there. It's a Ryan Seacrest recording studio because he does a lot of sponsorships through his foundation specifically for children's hospitals, which is amazing. Like Ryan Seacrest is a very good dude. But through that, I was able, just through meetings and the people, the administrators at the hospital I was able to meet, I actually got to see where these funds go. And it is 100% of your funds go to exactly what I was saying. Actually, a lot of the money got sent to the parents of sick kids who were, obviously the kids were in the hospital and needing to be seen for injuries and illnesses. And the parents could not afford care for their child. And that's where a lot of this money ended up going. The other area it went is, putting families up while their child is being treated. They would put families up in, homes around the area. And that's where a lot of this money went to. They would buy video game systems for kids to make their stay a little more palatable and just little things like that, all the way to treatment for the kids. So, and it is 100%. It's a full nonprofit organization. It's run by some very incredible people who are super dedicated to the cause. So I always worry about where my money goes. always, if I'm giving to charities, because we give a lot in my family, and I'm always very leery about where that money goes. So I like to do my research, and that's why Extra Life is definitely at the top of our list. So with Extra Life, you can participate from anywhere. You can do it at home. You can do it online streaming. It doesn't matter where you do your personal fundraising. And people get super into this. Like we've tried to get our team like on the top 10 board, and it's nuts because there's massive gaming companies that are supporting this thing, and it's become an event across gaming for the last decade or so, which is really, really cool. It's actually well over a decade. So we've taken part in quite a few of them. Mm-hmm. Tried to keep each other awake in the wee hours of the night.
Very true.
While we do this.
Very true. Yeah, as we've gotten older and the more years have gone on, kind of like what you said earlier, like we don't do the 24 like all in one anymore. It's like maybe an 8 hour, maybe a 12, but
they're still fun.
They are still fun. Yeah, definitely.
So just a quick story. Last year, as you may or may not know, we were podcasting for a game that's in development called Ashes of Creation. And we had an Extra Life event where we were playing in the alpha of that game for the entire period of time that we were doing our marathon. And we ended up getting visited by the main developer of the game. He spawned in as a massive demon that nobody had ever seen. Mm-hmm. The developers changed. This is all during our stream. It was the coolest thing. They completely changed the tone. They turned night or day into night, like live.
Yep.
And he shows up on the stream with this massive demon that we were doing a naked run from one town to another. So our entire group of people, is probably 40 or 50 of us, all like down to our druthers, running across this bridge, and this massive demon spawns. And the reason being was because this particular developer, Intrepid Studios, they're very, very big supporters of Extra Life. Like they've done Extra Life events every single year, but last year they weren't able to because they were in crunch. They were like in a pretty deep spot of development for their game, so they weren't able to do it. But the developers were able to, I guess, celebrate us because we were doing it, and it was just the coolest thing. So Extra Life Day is a big day. It's very special for a lot of people, and things like that just end up happening. And to me, it shows how the gaming community can directly support real world charitable causes and just be a juggernaut for that cause. It's just amazing things that community is doing in games and making a difference.
Yeah, definitely. That's the best thing. That's one of the things I really enjoy when gamers get together and they focus on a single effort and they make huge waves and huge impacts just through gaming, because it always tends to raise an eyebrow and people are like, oh, I didn't realize that could happen. Like, oh no, it can. It can in a big, big way. So yeah, I always love when gamers do that. It's a good time.
Yeah. And it gives you the feels. Like it truly does. It feels like your efforts are going toward a cause, and you're able to bridge the virtual world with the real world, which, we talk about those parallels on this show all the time, and it's important to us. So we wanted to showcase it on Heroes Call, and you can guarantee that Azeroth Morning Radio is going to be a part of Extra Life for many years to come.
Agreed. Couldn't say it better.
One last thing. If you're interested in learning more, you can either email us and we will get you the information, or you can go to extra-life.org, and they're finishing up this year through December, but come January 1st, you can register for 2026.
There you go.
And also, when you make leaps and bounds in your own fundraising, they send you things. You get t-shirts and medals and all kinds of cool stuff just for participating. So extra-life.org.
There you go.
Breaking news. Brought to all of yous by the Goblin News Network.
All right, so first in the headlines this week, we got Explore the Neighborhoods of Azeroth with player housing music in patch 11.2. 1.7. This coming to us from wowhead.com. And quote, with player housing just on the horizon, the finishing touches appear to be taking shape. Explore the neighborhoods of Azeroth with epic new musical scores that will almost certainly have you yearning for home. And they list an entire playlist. Kash, you and I both were kind of just diving into this. I played close to an hour with it, particularly the interior music, track number 1 from David Arkenstone. Oh, buddy, that is amazing music.
It is, it's a good mix between what you would hear in Elwyn Forest and tavern music.
Oh, wow. Yeah, nice pull.
It's very calming. There's lutes. Like, it is just fantasy music at its best. And I think one of the striking features is that a lot of these, is it all of them or is it, I think it's all of them, are written by David Arkenstone.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize they were all written by him. I know there's other people listed, but I didn't know that he wrote all of it.
Oh, well, maybe it's not. Maybe some of them are. I know that like my favorite is the Broomwood one.
Mm-hmm.
That is definitely David Arkenstone. Let me kind of click through these a little bit and we'll see if there's different. Yeah, there's some different artists. Leo Kaliski, Adam Burgess, and Jake Lefkowitz. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. But I mention Arkenstone because Arkenstone is pretty well known in the World of Warcraft music community. And he also did one of our favorite albums of all time, Jibbs.
Oh, gosh. Taverns of Azeroth.
That's the one. Oh, man.
Man, I was starting to sweat. Can't do that to me.
Look for a new co-host.
We're putting the word out. Jibbs has been fired.
I would never replace you. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, man, I tell you, this music, it's such a crazy thing. And when I was teaching audio engineering, it was always, one of the things I would always say is audio is king. It's everything. It is everything in a movie. It's everything in a video game. If you watch a horror movie and you put it on mute, you will quickly find out that said horror movie becomes a comedy. If you go and I always took them to this movie specifically. If you go to Dune, when they recently remade the Dune movie, and they have a whole documentary on just how they created the sounds, and you really get a good vibe and understanding of everything that goes into it. And same with Warcraft, like boot up Warcraft and mute it, or have some fun with it. Let's say you turn down the music, but you crank up the ambience. Well, what does that do for you? And vice versa. And so music really is everything, and it's such an impactful thing in gaming, in movies, in everyday life. And it really is what helps set the tone for what a player gets to enjoy when they're in front of a game.
Yeah, it really does. It really does solidify the mood for sure. And when you're truly listening to the music, you listen to the transition between just adventuring and then when you transition into combat, you can hear those changes. And it really does set the entire tone for a gameplay session, or as Jibbs was saying, for a movie. And it's stuff that's meant to be in the background. It's not necessarily meant for you to key in on it, but when you do, you realize just how impactful it is for the experience that you're having. So for something like this, I think they nailed it with these songs. And do yourself a favor, go look at the full playlist on YouTube for Azeroth Player Housing. It is excellent. There's some really good tracks in there. Jib said he listened to that one on repeat for an hour, and I can see why. I mean, it really sets the mood when you're going to be spending hours inside and outside of your home, friends. Yeah. Most of you probably will be.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Some people aren't, really into it, and that's super cool. But the fact that they say they're putting the finishing touches on stuff, and now they're letting us discover what the music is going to be. They're not pulling any punches with housing.
No.
An entire soundtrack just for housing. They're not mailing this in, friends. No. Housing is going to be a juggernaut.
Yeah, it really is. And it's great because we kind of got to see, it's almost like we kind of got to see through the window a glimpse into what housing is going to feel like. be just by listening to these tracks. And yeah, I had it on. I was just in Warcraft playing, and I had the in-game music muted, and I had the YouTube video just cranked up while I was listening. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so seamless. This is perfect. It's so, so perfect. And you're right. There's going to be plenty of us included, who will spend hours. You know, last episode, we talked about how the classes may change what happens to people in World of Warcraft in a big, big way. Housing, I think, is just going to flip everything on its head, man. Hours will be spent listening to this music inadvertently.
Yeah, there will be. I wonder if there's a way for us to put some of this music in the show so they can hear it without getting copyrighted.
Oh, you mean like this?
Okay, that is fantastic. And hopefully, I don't think we'll get a strike for that, but I mean, it's free advertising.
It's amazing.
But it is a very big part of my gameplay. I know it's a very big part of Jibbs's gameplay is the music and ambience. Sounds are everything.
Oh, it is.
So, yeah, really do yourself a favor.
Go back to Arthas and everything with the Wrath of the Lich King. And you hear that, the little boy singing the choir part at the beginning, does that not instantly take you back to Wrath?
Yes.
Like and you get the vibe immediately of the downfall of the Lich King, the heaviness and weight of everything that's being carried. Oh, man. So
Dude,
good.
Here's another one. I know this one will get you because it got me. Jaina talking to her papa.
Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy.
Oh, Battle for Azeroth, that opening scene with Jaina talking to her dad. And oh my gosh, that one. I mean, look, at the time, my daughter was younger, but man, did that bring back when she was a little tiny girl. And that one really, really got my heartstrings.
Yeah, I'll never forget. And I believe this is what he said. I will weather every storm if I know you are there waiting for me. I'm just like, okay, you can't do that. I'm verklempt. Dead baby dolphins. Okay, so I want to ask you
Dirty
this.
socks.
Oh, the tears are real. All right, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Favorite, and you have to pick one. Favorite zone music of all time. Your
That one
number
first.
one. Really? Really? Wow.
Well, okay. If you're talking World of Warcraft,
Alune hates you right now.
Alune will get over it because that one for us is really good.
Oh.
She's like, right now, Alune's like, by the light of the moon. She's very upset. Were you talking just Warcraft?
Warcraft. All time best zone music. If you had to pick one, and it can just be your favorite today. It doesn't have to be like, next week you could say something different, but as of this moment.
Okay, so I really like the Emerald Dream a lot. It's very druidy. And I can't steal yours because I already know what you're gonna say.
You can say it, it's okay.
No, I'm gonna stick with Elwyn. And it's 100% because of nostalgia purposes. But yeah, and you know what? Darnassus is pretty good too. It would actually be like the Night Elf starting zone. That one for me or Elwyn is, I think they're fantastic scores on their own. But to me, they bring back so much nostalgia that it gets my goat. The other, so yeah, I would say Elwyn. If I have to pick one, I'd say Elwyn. But pretty much anything off of that Taverns of Azeroth is also so it's also like way up there on my list.
Yeah.
How about you?
Oh, mine's Easy Paralysis. I think you knew I was going there. That is that is prime real estate right there. Yeah.
It is.
Yep.
It's a good mix of the cool town that you experience at the beginning of a dark pirate movie.
Yeah, that's really well said. Yeah, really well said.
You think like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Tortuga?
Right? Tortuga. And it's going to get bad.
Yeah.
But this is a happy time.
Yeah.
And we're in town right now. So there's a lot of like fun, whimsical stuff going on. And I think that's what Boralus feels like to me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Boralus is a lot of things, and one of them is amazing. I will say that. So anyway, you can check this out. Explore the neighborhoods of Azeroth with player housing music coming to you from wowhead.com. Next up, you've got less than 1% of housing decor items are currently flagged as shop sources. So this should put some nerves to bed here. This, again, coming to us from wowhead.com. Quote, with Blizzard confirming Hearthsteel as a premium... I know.
My God.
As a premium currency for housing decor, data mining shows the in-game shop's current offerings are surprisingly limited. Out of 2,208 total housing decor pieces in the Midnight Alpha, only 19, less than 1%, are shop exclusive. These include Lion and Wolf plushies, and two themed bundles, Spring Cherry Blossom and Spring Garden Gnome sets featuring items like chairs, fountains, wreaths, trees, gazebos, and lamps. It goes on to say the housing dashboard only displays 15 shop items so far, though it's still under development. Blizzard has stated that only a small fraction of housing decor will be purchasable, and race or class-based items will not be monetized. Your thoughts?
My thoughts are people should put their torches out and put their pitchforks away and stop whining.
Ooh, coming in hot.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I'm coming in hot on this one. And the reason being is look at the history of the shop. The things that you can buy, right? Now, you have to take a certain dinosaur mount out of this discussion because that's an anomaly. The almost $100 mount that a lot of people bought. Yeah.
It's coming back. Did you hear that? It's coming back, but only in China.
Say that again. What about China?
It's coming back, but only on the China servers. That's the word on the street. You want to go to China?
That's dirty.
You want to go to abroad?
No, I'm gonna stay here, but
come on.
I'm just saying, I mean, if it came out again, I'd probably buy it.
Oh,
but
okay. All right.
Anyway, I want to get to my original point.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. If you look at the stuff that's on the shop now, it's quite limited. It's not a massive shop like a ton of other games have. There are some exclusive items on there, but if you were to compare the items, even the exclusive items that are on the shop now and have been for years, the stuff that gets cycled through, compare those items to the amount of earnable items in the game. It's probably about 1%.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably around there. So I don't see them changing this trend because WoW does not want to be known as a game that does that. And I don't think that they are. There are certain things that end up in the shop that upset other people because they earned it in game, or a super expensive item like a dinosaur that has, everything that you could possibly ever need on a mount. But I don't think this is the trend that they're going to start with housing. I think it's going to remain very limited amount of items. They could be exclusive items. There could be things that are seasonal and rotate in and out. And I think that is just fine. But a majority of the things that you're going to earn for housing are going to be done with achievements in game.
That's what we wanted.
It is.
It's exciting, and we said this a couple episodes ago, maybe 3 episodes at least. I really feel like from the onset, when we started seeing kind of the curtain being slowly pulled back for the housing system, really got to feel that every step they were taking with this system in particular was very measured. Like that everything was truly felt like years in development. It truly felt like they had a grasp, and I still have that same feeling, that they have a good grasp on what their community wants and what they don't want and what would go over well and what would not go over. Can you imagine if this was flip-flopped? Let's say it was like 70-30. Can you imagine that? 70% you earn, 30% on the shop? Well, at that point, you're acting like some other MMOs on the market right now. You know, like that's
a cash grab.
That's a cash grab. But this looks great. This is great.
Yeah, and I think where Blizzard is going to make their money is by making a good system, period. And it's obvious that this was a massive undertaking. This has been, housing in general has been something that has been on the docket for a long time, talked about for many years before any of it was teased or released. And they've been prepping for this system to be insane. And it is, you know, by all accounts so far from what we've heard and seen on YouTube, and, you know, there's been tons of people that have gotten to get in there and play with it. And I mean, there's housing associations now, homeowners associations out there now. This system is being done right. So I think where the money for Blizzard is going to be made is going to be not necessarily in Midnight, but it's going to be the amount of people who are going to A, come back to the game, or B, try the game for the first time because they heard that WoW's housing is absolutely insane. There's going to be a large volume of players coming to Azeroth because of the housing, period. And I think they're doing it right.
There's going to be an influx. There's going to be an influx of players. And granted, while there wasn't official numbers put out, this happened. I'm trying to remember what it was for specifically. It was Warcraft related, where it was inadvertently stated that they have 9 million players right now. I wish I could find where that came from. However, that...
That's Bellular. We did a video on that.
Oh, was that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and it was from Windows... I thought it was Windows Central.
Was it?
I thought it was Windows Central that put an article out about the actual numbers of Warcraft players right now.
Oh, he did cover that. I saw it somewhere else, though. I don't forget where I saw it at, but yeah. Anyway, yeah. So imagine that having even more of an influx of players. You're going to have people come back just to do it. It's going to be great. It's going to be great all around. I'm excited to test it. Can't wait to experience it when it releases. Yeah. Check us out, folks, over at wowhead.com.
You can hear it in the wind. An echo. A whisper. A calling home.
It welcomes us. Not as wanderers, but as its kin. In search of a memory of what once was, where purpose ignites.
And then finally, for the day, BlizzCon passes are now on sale. If you are listening on release day of this episode, November 18th, well, great news. BlizzCon passes are out and about. Early access already happened the past week, but this two-day event returns to Anaheim Convention Center September 12th and 13th, promising major game reveals, panels, cosplay, contests, and world-class esport competitions. BlizzCon 2026 will feature all the fan-favorite experiences, from the Blizzard Arcade and Community Night to Dark Moon Fair and BlizzCon Charity Night, benefiting Make-A-Wish Foundation. Blizzard has also confirmed enhanced accessibility, new merch kiosks, and expanded career and inclusion events. Yeah, they're going to be reviewing, they'll review your resume, and they're going to help you there. So if you're looking to get in the industry, they can help you do that. Dude, exciting times.
It is certainly exciting times. And, okay, so it's at Anaheim Convention Center. Why is it? It's just striking some kind of thought in my mind. Oh, it's probably because Anaheim Convention Center and Disneyland and all those other things are like 15 minutes from me. So that being said, we have an exciting announcement to make.
Doop-a-doop.
Cue the drum roll. The AMR team will be at BlizzCon 2026.
Heck yeah.
Yes. And yeah. So you're gonna fly over from the frozen tundra,
Indiana, baby.
Yeah, the frozen tundra.
It's That's what we are. Okay.
Right. Basically into the surface of the sun at that particular time. Because
Perfect.
When is this taking place?
September, what did it say? September 12th and 13th.
You can stop there. You can stop when you said September because California burns that time of year. So hopefully your plane can dodge all the smoke. But it'll be hot here for sure.
Perfect.
So anyway, yeah, Jibbs and I are going to be we're going to be there. I have a little story to tell.
Yeah.
About the securing of the tickets for BlizzCon on early bird. So I was at work, but I set an alarm for 9 a.m. because they were going on sale at 9 a.m. For the early bird rate passes. 8:59 in the morning, I was spamming refresh on the page. Spamming. Boom, it pops up. I was like, yes. So I got our 2 tickets, and then there's all these add-ons. So I and the add-ons were new to me. I admit I did not research it. I didn't know anything about the Dark Moon Fair. I didn't know anything about the BlizzCon charity night, but I wanted to get the Dark Moon Fair tickets. I was like, let's do this. So I immediately click on the Dark Moon Fair thing and then saw the price of the charity thing. And there was another $500 a ticket. And I was like, nope, not doing that one. Sorry, kid. I love you kids. I love the Make-A-Wish Foundation, but yeah. Oh, ouch. That one was going to hurt. So anyway, I clicked the button real quick and it wouldn't let me advance. And friends, this is a minute. It's 9:01 at this point. 9:01. And it wouldn't let me advance. And I was trying to figure out why it wouldn't let me advance. So I hit refresh. I had to put the 2 tickets in my box again. And then I looked down because I was just about to do the Dark Moon Fair. Sold out at 9:01.
60 seconds.
Yeah.
And it was gone.
And thank God I was still able to get early bird tickets. But we did get our 2 tickets. Unfortunately, we won't be going to the Dark Moon Fair because apparently there was a virtual line for that one. But anyway, yeah. And I don't know. I don't know what our plans are going to be. It's going to be super fun. Jibbs going to come out early. We're going to smoke cigars, drink some beer.
Oh man, it's going to be a good time. And we'll still get to go to Dark Moon. We just won't have the special after hours. So we'll still get to see the fair. So it's not.
Yeah, for sure.
There's that.
Community night would have been really cool.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
Anyway,
but yeah, I'm excited to come out. This is both of our very first BlizzCon ever. It's always been like a pipe dream for Kash and I. And it's all just a bunch of pipe dreams, to be honest. The show, and then going to BlizzCon itself, being able to meet so many community people. I know there's people from the guild, We Are In, Polling Aggro IRL. They're going to be there. I saw other creators are going to be there. I mean, it's just going to be a great time. And honestly, I can't wait to meet so many people. I will never, ever forget when you sent me a picture. You were sitting next to Gina Bruno, who was the community manager at ESO, on the front row seat of their big opening event. Their big, like the opener. I forget the name of what that's called. And then next to your left, to your right was Gina. To your left was Rich Lambert, the creative director of Elder Scrolls Online. At that time when we were creating over there. And ever since then, I've always dreamed of having a feeling, a moment just like that, where I could be at an opening, something like this. I've never forgotten it. I've always wanted it. And now we're getting ready to do it, and would do it with so many people, so many of our peers. I can't wait.
I can't wait to get drunk at 10 a.m. But yeah, I mean, all that other stuff is cool too. Well, bro, I mean, I will say we'll be in the audience, but I can't guarantee that Ian's going to come sit on my lap.
No. Be like, who are you?
I know. Oh, like, Nut Kick will be freaking blowing his whistle.
Man, I just can't wait to be there with all the community. It's going to be a heck of a time. And yeah, you know, I had something that we definitely need to discuss, but there may be some fun things that we do while we're there, and details to come, because Kash doesn't even know the idea for it. But there's some things we need to talk about.
Great.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time. So
yeah, and hey, if you have an idea for something that we should do,
yeah, there you go.
Send it to us.
Yeah,
because we might just do it. Like, we're at the IDGAF stage of our lives right now. I would imagine.
You said that internally, didn't you? You had to say it internally, didn't you, just to get those initials?
I did, because normally I just blurt it out. But yeah, I'm kind of at that stage in my life where IDGAF. So
you only live once, man.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the guy? It was at the last BlizzCon. The guy that dressed up like Bran and followed the development team everywhere.
Oh no!
On the show floor.
No.
Yes, and I hope he was like, if they were like going to get food or something like that, where he just like stepped right in front of him and blocked him from grabbing the food, because that is Bran, 100%. But yeah, I don't aim to be irritating to anybody, but damn, that's funny.
Oh, that's hilarious! Can you imagine how that went? They walked in the bathroom. Don't go in there.
Don't stand there.
Oh gosh. Anyway, folks, we want to meet so many of you. If you can come, we would love to meet you. It would just be amazing to see so many faces, and just as exciting for us to be there at BlizzCon, to see the reveals, and to meet all of you. All right, you ready for SNARK?
SNARK Online.
Why'd you lean to the left when that did that?
Because I was trying to mimic SNARK.
Were you like pseudo farting?
Yeah, I was going to try, but you know what they say. After,
you got to be careful about that.
It's a fart after 40.
No, that's right. Well, that's true beyond 30 too. So, you just gotta slow your roll there.
I was trying to lip sync.
Oh, that's what it was?
SNARK fart.
Oh, okay.
Don't do that. Hey, we got to take a break. I got to be right back.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, friends, this is going to be a fun one this week. We have a really good segment, and I think we're both kind of excited to talk about it. But the segment for the week that SNARK popped out is the Wheel of Hot Takes. This is a new one.
Here we go.
We haven't done this one yet, and this is a big topic, and we're going to get right into it. But our topic for the week is, which is better, Classic WoW or Retail WoW?
Here we go.
Oh my gosh. You are just lighting a fire.
I know.
And pouring gasoline all over it.
That's what I do.
Oh my gosh. All right. Let's do it.
All right.
Oh my God.
We just don't know who's going to start, because I don't know. Next week, this could be a Classic WoW show.
No,
you never know.
I don't think it will be. I think I do know.
Yeah, just because I'll fly all the way to Indiana and flick you in your nuts.
Yeah, I won't let you leave either. I will pseudo kidnap my best friend.
Oh, you're gonna neck hug me, bro, and keep me there.
Neck hug you. Oh my gosh! All right, how do we want to do this?
I don't know. Maybe let's talk Classic WoW first.
Okay. All right.
Talk about the things that we think are good and bad about Classic WoW, and then we can do the same for retail. But we'll have to vote.
Okay.
We're gonna need to vote where we land.
Okay.
At the end.
Okay.
Okay. So you've always been a fan of Classic WoW. Always.
I have, yes.
Okay, then you should kick this off.
You want me to do like things of defense of Classic, or like my thoughts on it, or
I want whatever is foremost in your brain right now regarding Classic WoW.
Foremost in my brain about Classic Warcraft is that I love, with an underline, embolden, italicize, raise the font 50 characters above everything else. I love that Classic WoW really embodies the RPG of MMORPG. That is the bread and butter, I think, of Classic at its heart. It's several things that make that happen, that facilitate that feeling within Classic Warcraft itself. But to me, Classic really does a great job embodying the role play game aspect of an MMORPG.
I have to agree. I have to agree 100%. And this is going to be off-brand, off-character for me, because we boast on the show about how we love story and how we embrace nostalgia, right? Because there's a lot of it when it comes to World of Warcraft as a whole. And it's going to make me sound and look like an idiot. But when you have a platform and you can shout it out to the world that you're dumb and you're shallow,
when you can preface
you might as well just do it. So I agree with what you're saying about classic WoW having all of the elements of a classic RPG, which we've all grown to love.
Absolutely.
But it looks like hammered dog shit. I'll take the hate mail.
Oh,
I could not play RuneScape. For as amazing as the game is, I could not play classic RuneScape because it looked so terrible.
It's got a classic charm.
It 100% does. 100% does. And so does classic WoW. It has a lot of charm.
Yeah.
But I can't get over the graphics.
Isn't it funny?
I can't.
Isn't it funny when that game launched? Did you even see that at all? Of course not.
No,
because it was current.
That was, it was current. It was fun. Current. It was whimsical at the time.
Yeah. It's always a crazy thing, not to sidestep, but it's always a crazy thing whenever you think, like, you have these memories of games that you loved and you enjoyed. For instance, I'll say Twisted Metal for me from PlayStation. In my head, it looks great. I know if I go back to that thing, it's going to look like an 8-bit mess, So, but it's kind of funny how, with Warcraft, even 20 years later, we've grown so accustomed to what great graphics are now and that sort of thing, and like 4090s and all that stuff. And you look back at a classic experience, and something like that is what sticks out to you.
I know, and that's why I'm embarrassed. I'm happy to share it with people, but it is the truth for me. Mm-hmm. It is the God's honest truth for me. Mm-hmm. That I have a really hard time with the dated graphics. The RPG aspect of the game is incredible. It is 100% what it was in 2004 when it released and when I played it happily and, almost to the detriment of my marriage. Almost to the detriment of my marriage, I played World of Warcraft.
Oh, you were one of those.
05, 06. Luckily, my wife is a saint and she's amazing and she understands how gaming is a mental release for me compared to my normal life. Had to take a short break because there was a truck backing up outside and I wanted to avoid having to go out and flatten 4 tires, possibly 6. Okay. All right, back at it. So, yeah, gaming in general, specifically MMOs and RPGs, that is my mental release, 100%. From the woes of the world. I turn it off. I forget about anything that's going on in my life or in the surrounding world when I play games. And classic WoW has the ability to do that because you can get lost in your character. You have to earn everything. The initial earning of your mount.
Yeah.
Getting enough gold to do so. Not having the modern conveniences that we now have in retail are all very, very special.
Yep.
I have a friend that plays hardcore, and I could not see myself doing that because I do fall in love with my characters for sure. It's very, that type of thing is very, very enjoyable to me. So to see my character die would be disastrous for me. And it's funny because he was doing good. He was 60 and rating on hardcore, and he'd send me all the achievements and stuff they were making. And the tank made one mistake and wiped their entire group a couple of months back. And he sent me a screenshot of all, like, his guild is dead on the floor. He's like, oh. We finally died. And I was like, no way. And he said, yep. And then he sent me another picture of his brand new character at level 1. I was like,
nope, that is not for me. Could not do that. But, you know, it goes to show the level of commitment that a lot of people have to the classic experience. And I love that. And I've been trying to get him into retail forever. And he's like, I just don't think I can do it, because he loves the classic experience so much. So for me, honestly, it does come down to the visual appeal. Although we've played plenty of classic.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And I really did have a good time with all of the things that you are talking about.
Yeah.
You know, there's this sense of discovery in the world. And a lot of that comes from not having the ability to fly right away.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And that's another hot topic. Man, is that a hot one. But yeah, that's definitely when you can slow down. And I don't think people realize just how impactful that, like how that can change on a moment your gameplay. Voluntarily go through a zone. If you're listening right now, like challenge yourself to go through a zone that you can fly through on just a mount that you can't fly on, and see how you take in the world differently. See how things stand out to you. See how the design of these zones sticks out to you. It really does change you. It really does.
Yeah. And you couldn't, and there's still some semblance of this in Warcraft, where you have to finish a zone. You have to stick with a zone to finish said thing before you can move on to another zone. Because if you go to another zone, we just talked about it last week when we were talking about the wetlands. I would make the run to either Stormwind or Ironforge on a relatively new character, and I was in fear for my life.
Yeah.
Running through the wetlands because of particularly the crocodilisks.
Yeah.
Crocodiles.
Yeah.
The crocodile type creatures and the raptors.
Yep.
And they would path over the road.
Oh,
so you'd have to you got to run up to the aggro range and stop and just wait for this thing to meander across the road before you can keep going.
Yep.
And it brought a lot of nostalgia back when you have to do that. So you need to finish the zone. You become in love with the zone and the story that's being told in that zone and all the things you need to do to progress your character. And then by the time you're close, you're like, man, I got to be getting close because I'm kind of sick of this zone now. You move on to a brand new zone. And that is the classic experience.
Yeah.
You can't take that away from the classic experience. The world felt dangerous.
Yeah.
It felt alive.
Mm-hmm.
And it felt like you are not prepared for the next zone until you are.
Yeah.
Right? Every piece of gear meant something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And so did class identity. Class identity was very prevalent in Classic. It is. I shouldn't say was. It is. It's very prevalent. You don't have everything. Not everybody has everything. And I still to this day love that. Even when I'm in retail playing, I still love the notion that not every class should have everything kind of thing. You know what I mean? That your class identity holds its importance because of what you bring to the group, what you bring to your guild and or your raid team, or it could be soon to be housing team. You know, like it's just the class identity is very, very present in Classic.
Yeah, and it really does bring the power of the Trinity.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh.
To gaming. It did that very, very well. Like if you're going into an area, you didn't have all of the utility that you have now in retail and the ability to survive. Like not everybody had a heal.
Right.
So you needed to bring a healer with you if you were going into something super dangerous. But I remember those times. I remember, twinking characters out way back then.
Oh man, that's
where you would keep your character from leveling to, you just keep like a level 19 and you would go through, Razorfang Crawl or whatever to try and get this certain chess piece, and if it would drop, you're like, oh my God, he finally dropped. Now you have a blue chess piece and you can go into PvP and just whoop everyone's ass. Super fun stuff. Right.
Yeah.
And that,
large in part has gone away with the modern conveniences that we have of retail.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. That's kind of where I land. I definitely, and I'll summarize after we, talk about retail a little bit, but for me, it is the biggest positive is exactly what you said. It's that true role-playing game feel where you're having to earn everything with a huge splash of nostalgia. That's definitely there. But for me, for making it my main game, it really comes down to visuals for me. And I realize how shallow that is, dude. I totally realize it. But at the same time, I think retail has my heart.
Yeah. No, that's understandable. Like, and everyone's going to feel different about that. That is oddly enough a huge line that is drawn whenever people talk about, like what could Classic Plus look like from Blizzard now, and it comes down to you always see it in every post: updated visuals or toggle option for visuals. And there's it seems just again bird's eye view. I'm not really involved in those conversations. I don't really look at them through a microscope. But it really seems like there's a line drawn where people are like absolutely against it, keep everything 100% pure to the experience that it was. And then those who are looking or interested in some changes, some modernizations to where it still maintains the original experience with some tweaks of 2025.
Warning, nostalgia levels exceeding safe thresholds. Recommend hydration and possibly therapy.
Fast forward to 2025, friends. We are now playing retail, obviously fans of retail, because we have a weekly podcast revolving around all things retail. We don't mind talking all the other aspects. I'm sure at some point we'll talk Hearthstone as well.
Oh my gosh, I love her
and all the
Hearthstone.
other games.
Yeah,
I'm sure we will, because we are fans of Blizzard, but our shtick is retail, World of Warcraft. For me, it is, I'll just start with the low-hanging fruit. The visuals are fantastic. Really enjoying the visuals of the new parts of the world. I still get that dose of classic and vanilla when I'm in the older parts of the world, or you got to go there for a quest or something, for a newer quest. A lot of times you get sent back to the old zones, and you can see that they're quite dated, but it's no different in any other long-standing MMO that has modern expansions and expansions from, 10, 12 years ago, 15 years ago.
Okay, so hang on a second. Hang on a second. So you feel as though for you personally, you can do with the dated area visuals. You can do with the zones looking dated, but when it comes to your character, that's where you draw the line.
That is a very astute observation.
Okay, cool.
Because yes, yeah, the answer is yes. And again, I realize how bad that sounds.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I'm not alone.
No, you're not. You're not alone, and that's okay. I just wanted a clarification to see where you landed.
Dude, I like having a cloak on.
Yeah,
that has nice shading. It flows and it gives me my character aesthetic of the character that I want to play. I love having the earth tones and having the option to grind or buy stuff that has earth tones in it, because I feel like I like that my druid wears earth tones and a cloak and has a really good looking, simple wooden staff that looks like it's from nature. I like being able to change that and have him wear some other type of adventuring clothes. Or if it's the wintertime, transmogging him to something that is more wintry and looks aesthetically pleasing. It's a big part of my gameplay. Right. So for me, I'm comfortable with that. And obviously I'm comfortable with it because I've admitted it. It might be a fault, but I do admit that.
That's okay. I'm not judging.
Not live on the air.
Nor off of it.
You're such a good friend. Okay. So anyway, now that I've acted like a grandpa, I think that the accessibility that retail has gone down the modern conveniences that have been added are a blessing and a curse. And they're a blessing because, yes, it makes things easier. And I'm talking things like the Dungeon Finder, Raid Finder, being able to, being able to get into groups very, very quickly is a nice modern convenience. However, the cross-server play, the steamrolling dungeons, the ability or the inability, like nobody puts groups together anymore outside of the Raid Finder unless like they're with their friends in a Discord, which is fine, but it does remove some of the charm from retail WoW. It removes those experiences that you used to have where you're sitting at the summoning stone trying to put a group together to run Dead Mines. That was really cool when you got to do that. And when you finally did get into a group, you had a sense of commitment to that group. I mean, am I wrong there? Like,
no.
You wanted to see it through because
that's very well said.
You took the time to put it together. You have this sense of commitment to finish this thing with these people. You still ran into jerks, but at the same time, it was harder to put those groups together. So you lose a little bit of that. And that's a modern convenience. Flying, 100% modern convenience. And we talked about that. If you couldn't fly everywhere in the game all the time and get from point A to point B super quickly, you lose the scale of the world. You really do. When you could just like zone someplace and don't have to make a long run. And there's still some aspects of retail where you still do. It might be a long flight or it might be a long run. Some of those are still there, but for the most part, they're gone. And that does also take away some of that charm. So it's a balancing act in these new, more efficient ways to navigate the world and navigate the content that you want to get into. It's added the speed to it. And my personal opinion is, in our digital age where we have the answers to nearly everything in the palm of our hand in the form of it's not even just a phone. It's a phone, a GPS, a computer, a search engine.
Everything.
It's everything.
Yep.
And it's in your hand at all times.
Yeah.
And people have become used to, society has become used to instant satisfaction, instant answers, where just a mere 15 years ago, a mere 20 years ago, it wasn't that way. You had to work for things. Still had to look some things up. You might have to go look at microfiche at the library. Now I'm really a grandpa because nobody in our listener base knows what microfiche is. But what I'm saying is that modern conveniences have sped everything up for us and we've become accustomed to it. So the conveniences of a game like this in the state that retail WoW is have spoiled us.
I think that you hit a lot of things that are, really worth unpacking. I think for me, when it comes to everything with retail, the conveniences, today's conveniences, and this is 100% probably one-sided and very selfish. I'm saying this selfishly, okay? The modern conveniences in Warcraft fit my life right now so perfectly. A year ago, I never would have seen that coming. Like just the conveniences itself. Yes, there's some things I wish that it didn't give you. Like I wish I could go to the trainer and get my skills. I wish I could keep going to the mount person to buy my mount and train, because that's like a moment, right? Like you've hit a certain level, you can go do that. I still love and wish that was in retail, like just little things like that. But overall, the conveniences are the things that really fit my life now, being a father, a husband, just like you, mortgage, like all this show. You grew up playing WoW and you grew up. And it's those conveniences in itself that are some of the ways that Warcraft fits me so perfectly. And to go off some of the other things that you said, yeah, I do wish some of the things were not as convenient, you know, that were a little bit more geared towards the RPG side of things. Because I'll be honest, like playing my Warlock, I want to use my summoning spell, you know, because like that's a big thing, you know, like at least it felt like it used to be. Granted, I'm a Warlock newbie, so forgive me if like maybe there's a way it's still really impactful, but because of the cooldown of your Hearthstone and some of the portals, depending on where you're at, it kind of like, I feel like I don't know where I could use this in a way that really is beneficial, as if it's really needed anymore, kind of thing. Now, granted, there's other things you can do, you know, like I can give out my little fell cookies, you know, I bake for you, and a little ding, and at 400 degrees for 18 minutes, and everyone takes them, and everyone's happy. So, but overall, like it really is two different games in two different eras. Right now, we live in a TikTok era where everyone's attention span is so minute and everyone is so overloaded with so much media that they don't have the patience or the realization that if they slow down and took away some things, maybe that would help them, or maybe they would find a different joy in the game or something like that. But we really do live in a world where people don't have great, long attention spans like they used to. So I get the conveniences, 100%. I mean, obviously we love Warcraft, or we wouldn't be doing a show about it, right? But I still stand on the fact that there's just little things I wish were still in the retail experience. It's obviously not going to affect my state of if I'm going to stop playing retail or anything crazy like that. I love World of Warcraft and Azeroth, but yeah, there's some little things I miss.
Yeah, I think with retail, you know, along with those, I think the gameplay systems, the combat is evolving.
Oh yeah,
we're on the cusp of, you know, a major combat revamp here that is going to keep things fresh and modernized. The other thing, for me, a major thing, is that whenever I played Classic, I always felt like, well, there's going to be an end to it, and I like to commit for the long term, right? When I play a game, right? And granted, there's plenty of content there. Don't get me wrong, but when there's almost like a sunset clause on it, like, okay, like once we reach this point, if they just keep doing expansion after expansion after expansion, then pretty much you're in retail now, right? I mean, am I wrong? Am I off base there?
No, you eventually arrive, you know. Some people say that the moment you stepped into Wrath of the Lich King, you started to lose that initial experience. You know, that's I think relatively well understood and known. Ultimately, yeah, you arrive. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, and the way that I feel with retail is that retail is going to continue. It's going to continue to evolve. The storytelling is going to continue to expand, and things are going to continue to get better. You have modern cinematics. You have modern voice acting. Who knows with AI where voice acting is going to go, and that's a whole other Oprah show talking about that kind of stuff.
You get a car. You get a car. Sorry, go ahead.
You get an AI voice and you lose your job. And
oh, that's terrible.
It's a hot topic. That is a hot topic with us. But we'll probably talk about that in another show. But I think the cinematic experience that we're getting with retail World of Warcraft is very appealing to me, knowing that this is just going to keep going. And everybody always talked about the WoW killer for years. We talked about the WoW killer for years. And the funny part is, nothing's going to kill World of Warcraft.
Nope.
Except for World of Warcraft. Like, they're in the driver's seat, clearly.
Yep.
There's other MMOs that are also very good and very popular, but World of Warcraft is the king. And I think we all know that.
Yep.
We can all be honest with ourselves at this point that World of Warcraft is the king.
Processing modern convenience. Yes, the dopamine buffet. Would you like fries with your instant queue?
I don't know. I think unless you have anything else to add about retail, I think we should make a choice. And then I have a final question for you.
Okay, let's make a choice.
Okay. You go first.
Retail.
Classic or retail? That was really quick. That was a little premature there.
I know. I just kind of fired off the hip. My bad. Hang on. For entertainment value, please ask me the question.
Okay. We know that you like retail. Retail or classic WoW, which is better?
Well, Rick, I've really weighed the options. I've really thought about this. I wrote down a whole dissertation. I'm going to go retail.
Okay. Rick abides. I also am going to go retail. It doesn't remove the magic of classic for me. It certainly removes the shitty looking characters, but it doesn't remove the magic of classic for me. Let me ask you this as a follow-up.
Okay.
And this comes right along with the speculation about Classic Plus.
Okay.
What would it take for what changes would need to be made for your main game to change to Classic?
I don't think that it ever would. Just to preface everything I'm telling you now, this show is geared towards the people of retail. That's the community, obviously, that we're focusing on. I don't believe I ever would make that switch. Let's say in a theoretical world where Jibbs would make that switch. Well, I would like to see updated visuals, the option for it. The option. You don't have to use it, but the option to have that involved. I would like to see the current races available somehow, some way, when it makes sense, or maybe released in a certain, a certain timeline. I would like to see expanded storylines that focus on Azeroth itself, and the tone maintained that you're not the champion. You're not the guy, but you're a guy. Because it felt like back then, that's kind of more the vibe that it was, I think. I could be way off base here. I'll be honest. Again, my first real Warcraft experience was Warlords. But that back then where you felt like you were an adventurer and we kind of aren't how we further developed where we are now. You're just a guy. I would like to see that if I was going to play Classic. I guess that's already there. What am I doing? Yes, it's already there. And then finally, transmog. Definitely big part of, and that again, selfish. That's just a want. And finally, it would be the profession system that is in current retail to be present in Classic.
Man, that's a laundry list.
Yeah, I really have no intention of, I love and appreciate both. I do. I think it's great. I'm of the opinion, just like you said a couple episodes ago, more Warcraft is more Warcraft for everyone. It's for it's for everybody. It's a win. And that's, what makes the community so great and I love dearly. But yeah, Classic really is my love. Or not Classic, I'm sorry, retail. Retail really is my love.
Oh man, dude, I was confused for a minute.
I know, had you there.
You did. Okay, you did bring up a really good point though. And you're not off base. Every character, if you go through the storyline, you are the hero. For sure. Even though they just call you adventurer, it drives me nuts when they don't, when the voice actors, like, I would have loved if there was a way for them just to call you druid or warlock. They call you outlander, they call you adventurer, they call you hero. That's about it. And it is a funny thing about this game though. I love that you brought up, I would love to just be not the guy, but a guy. And it brings us back to something that we've talked about for a long time, which is, wait a minute. You're the Dovahkiin?
You're the Dovahkiin?
I'm the Dovahkiin.
No, I am. Oh, that's good for a laugh.
An Elder Scrolls reference. If you played Elder Scrolls, you know exactly what we're talking about. Everybody's the damn Dovahkiin, when a lot of times people just want to be existing in the world. They don't necessarily want to be the hero all the time. But how else are they going to tell the story, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I like all those things that you said. I think for me to make Classic my main would be an act of God, first of all, because I love retail, but it's a little more simple for me if it were, if Classic Plus were to come out and they were to, yes, update the, let's bring the graphical bar up there a little bit. So it's modernized. Tell different stories, as you said. If the stories were new and there were new things for me to absorb and experience, that would be really tough for me to choose. Keep that RPG feel, lose a lot of the modern conveniences, and give me some hope that once we reach Wrath of the Lich King, it's not over. It's not over for me. Or once we start getting into that more modern era, it's not over. I want new stuff in a Classic Plus. And actually, if all those things came together and that is what Classic Plus is going to be, it's terrifying for me because of how much I love retail. It's scary to think about it. But yeah, I definitely land in the retail camp, and it's very obvious that we land in the retail camp because our show is about retail, and it will continue to be about retail. But I hope that was a good conversation. I hope that was a cool conversation for you to listen to. I thought that's such a hot topic.
Oh gosh,
it's such a hot.
The moment
topic.
I saw that in there,
right?
I thought, oh, here we go.
Yeah, but that's our job.
It is.
Unfortunately, we don't get paid for it, but that is our job to do.
Hey, joke's on you. I have a 401k. Goblin 401k, but but there's oddly enough 7 asterisks. So I don't know what that means, but anyway.
Hey, yeah, it just means you're extra special. Wink, wink.
So I don't know. Sum it up. Retail is fun. Classic is home.
Flip
for you?
No, flip that.
I did. Okay. So for you, it's retail is home. Classic is fun.
There you go.
Okay. I'll buy it.
Yeah. Retail's home.
I'll allow it.
Retail's my home. And honestly, though, at the end of the day, Azeroth is my home. That's what it is. And I don't like drawing hard lines. I don't like the community putting themselves, I would hate for the community to put themselves in any spot. It's like at the end of the day, we're all in Azeroth. We're all a part of this grand world that we all love. And that's just, yeah, man, like that's, I'm going to sound like a sappy old man if I keep going, but yeah, man, like we're all for one, dude. Like I love it. I love the world. I love the dev team behind it that have devoted so many years to it. So many careers who've come and gone. Like that's history. We essentially just had a history lesson, really. And yeah, I look forward to the next 10 years of it. So
I do too. My beard is going to be a lot grayer in another 10 years.
Maybe we'll live next to each other. We'll be grumpier old men.
Yep. That's the plan. That's the plan. Walk out and kick dog poop onto your lawn.
Give me a middle finger and go to your continue about your day. Oh, I love it. Well, folks, we'll be right back. We're going to take a commercial break and we'll wrap up the show.
Sunday. Get ready for pure, unfiltered, high-octane goblin mayhem at the Kazan Demolition Derby. Rocket-powered junkers, fell-fueled clunkers, and goblins who absolutely did not read the safety manual. See Squeak No Brakes Boom Whistle crash into everything and then apologize to nothing. Kids enter free if they sign the waiver. That's Sunday at the Undermine Dust Bowl Arena, where the motto is, if it moves, hit it.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. This was Azeroth Morning Radio. Folks, if you're enjoying your time here, we are encroaching on 10 episodes. And we've been invited to come on another show at some point to talk about that, to celebrate that thing. We'll have details for that in the future. But yeah, we're encroaching on 10 episodes. And really, we want to hear from you. Feedback, things you'd love to see, things you don't like, things that you'd love for us to lean more into. This show is made by the community with a love for the community. And so this show is for you. And so please let us know. Thank you again for listening. If you enjoyed your time here with us, please leave us a review, whatever podcast app you're using. And please share this with your guild, your community, a friend, if you think they'd enjoy this. Again, this is for you. You can visit our website at AzerothMorningRadio.com. Full episode transcripts are there for those who need it. You can learn more about AMR, and of course, you can get in contact with us directly over at the contact page. Kash.
Friends, you can email us with your thoughts, concerns about my inability to like nostalgic things because the graphics are dated at AzerothMorningRadio@gmail.com. You can put a nasty Facebook post up if you want at Azeroth Morning Radio. You can put a little middle finger emoji on YouTube at Azeroth Morning Radio. And eventually you can, I don't know, put a thumbs down on Twitch at Azeroth Morning Radio.
Or you can do everything that's opposite of what he just told you, and we take that too.
Yeah. We have thick skin, kind of.
Oh.
I cry a lot.
Well, when in Rome.
Friends, don't forget, send us Heroes Call topics. Like, I've said that for a few weeks. I'm serious. We want to know what the community's doing that you think is amazing and wholesome, and then we want to detail it on the show. Massive shout out for Pulling Aggro IRL, which is our guild. They're making some changes over there. We're getting some new officers, and they continue to be an amazing guild that is made for adults, professionals, parents, and players that just might not have all the time in the world to neckbeard World of Warcraft. So Pulling Aggro IRL, you can find them in the Guild Finder and come join us over there. We'd love to run some content with you.
There you go, friends. We love you. Stay awesome. And we can't wait to see you at BlizzCon. Have a great week, everybody.
I need a target. I need a freaking target.
Job's done.